Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Ashley, and this is Worth the Read, where we talk about books that are worth your time reading. Today, I'm at the AMC movie theaters on my way to see The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. Now, we all know this is one of my favorite books. I have 4 copies of it, a first edition, a limited edition, a first edition signed that I just found and purchased, and the audio copy of this book. So I'm a fan, and this movie, I hear, is going to be great. Like I told you before, they decided to make this book a movie before the book was even released. So I'm expecting great things. I'm not going to shoot in the movie theater because I just think that's weird. So I'm going to give you my reactions when I first come out, and hopefully it's great. All right, bye guys. Hey guys, we just got out of the movie theater. I don't know what to say. I will say this is the best book movie adaptation I've ever seen. When I tell you the screenwriter stuck so close to the book, it was funny. Like, it was scary. It was just like some scenes, some people, in my personal opinion, I thought they would get rid of some characters. Like the little brother, I thought they were going to get rid of him. In the book, he was really not as prevalent as he is in the movie, but they didn't. They stuck to everything. I don't know if that was because the book is so good and there's really no need to change anything, and it just worked for film, because, you know, they make changes that work for film when they convert a book into a movie. It was amazing. I cried. And the sad thing is, I didn't cry because I knew it was going to happen. Clearly, I knew it was going to happen. But just seeing it, it was just emotional. The father in the movie was very powerful. The movie was great. It was great. I don't know what else to say though. Like, the whole beginning, I'm cheesing because it was so much like the book. Like, it was the book, word from word, like the book. And I was proud of that. I'm like, yes, finally a movie that gets it. The book has it right. That's why it was such a popular book. That's why it was like the #1 book of 2017. The book is the reason why they made the book into a movie. So you have the formula. Why change it? And they didn't. They did an excellent job with this movie. And when I get back to my house, I'm going to do my normal book versus the movie comparison video. But I just wanted to get my first reaction. We literally just walked out of the movie theater. Amazing. Amazing actors. Amazing. Like, it was just amazing. I just can't say enough. I loved Crazy Rich Asians. Again, the movie and the book weren't too similar, but this one, yeah, they did it. So go check out the movie. Definitely spend money to see this movie. I'm going to see it at least 2 more times. Usually when I go to a movie when I do a movie versus the book video, I take notes in the movie theater. I was so into the movie that I forgot to take the notes. And I don't really think I needed to take notes. I don't think it was anything different other than the ending, which was different. But I think the ending that they decided to do lent itself to the movie. So, yeah. I want to see it again at least 2 more times. Hopefully, now that I've seen it the first time, I'll actually pay attention for more of the differences and take notes, because I just totally forgot about taking notes. It ain't happened. I was too into the movie. I was way too into the movie to even take notes. So, if you are around the movie theater or wherever, October the 19th it comes out. I'm gonna try to get this video up tomorrow. And go see The Hate U Give. It's an amazing movie. Read the book, but go see the movie. You don't have to have read the book to get this movie, but read the book. See you guys later. Peace out. Hey guys, we're back. I'm home, and this is the book versus the movie. The book versus the movie of I Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This will not be a long video because I think the book and the movie were so symbiotic together. Two different organisms living together as one. It was just so great that this should not be a long video. Let's start with the book. If you were living under a rock in 2017, a book was released named The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is Angie Thomas's first published book. It won 1 billion awards in 2017, and they decided to make it a movie before the book was even released. That's how great it was. That's how much anticipation it was. This book was huge on BookTube. I've talked about this book before. It's been in my past videos. So I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of the book. The main character's name is Star. She lives in an urban community, and urban community means I hate the term urban community because even I say urban community meaning black community, but urban really means city. But definitions change apparently in the United States. So she lives in a black community that she grew up in, that her parents grew up in, and it's not the best community. Her father owns a grocery store, and he's very pro-black, pro support our own, pro let's make our community the best for us. But he also knows that education is key in young Afro-American lives. So her mother and her father send her to a all-white high school out in the suburbs of their community. So Star has to live two lives. She has to be Star from her neighborhood, the person she is, and then she has to be Star that goes to this all-white school who can never be herself, has to watch how she talks, code switching, watch how she behaves at all the time because she never wants to come off as the ghetto girl or the girl from the hood or the black girl that's angry all the time. So she has to switch back and forth these two people, and it's hard for her, but she learned from a very young age that she needs to do it to survive in her predominantly white world at high school. Main premise of the book: her childhood best friend, she runs into him at a party. He ends up taking her home. A police officer pulls him over for no apparent reason, and he ends up killing him. His name is Khalil, and he ends up killing him. The police officer ends up shooting an unarmed black boy. So with that being said, the book talks about the shooting is the topic of the book, but the book is really about Star being the only witness to this crime and her battling her two worlds, trying to cope with the death of another one of her best friends, another childhood best friend. It used to be the three of them. Like, they had a Harry Potter clique. And the other girl that was in their group was also murdered in a drive-by shooting. So these are two of her best friends that were killed due to violence. One being violence in her own community, the other being violence from a police officer. So she's battling, trying to find her voice in this situation and how to represent Khalil in the best light, because society does what it does when a unarmed black guy is killed by the police. Boy, let me say, because he's a teenager. They're younger than 16. Is killed by the police because he becomes now a villain, even though he's dead. So she tries to find her voice for him, and the book is excellent. The book is excellent. If you have not read The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, please do so. You are missing out on an excellent story about love, life, death, and family and community. So that's the book in a nutshell. Read it. That's all I can say. I saw the movie early. The movie has not been released yet. It comes out nationwide October 19th. It's been released since October 5th in some major cities. And one thing I did not like about promo for the movie is you didn't see much. Like, you don't see many commercials about it. You know, I saw the preview for it during another movie that I saw in the summertime, so I knew it was coming. I was excited about it, but they're not promoting it like they should. I don't see the every other commercial about this movie like they do with other movies, but I'm not surprised about that. The screenwriters. So the movie, The Hate You Give was the movie was written, the screenplay, because we all know that books that are turned into movies have to have the screenplay, were written by Tina Wells and no, Aubrey Wells and Tina Mabry. They did an excellent job. When I say they did an excellent job, usually a book being turned into a movie, you have to lose certain scenes, you have to lose certain characters, because it's a book and making it into a movie has to flow in a certain way that makes it cinematically better. But they did an excellent job. They did not change anything. There's one thing at the end that's different from the book, but I understand why they did that because it made more sense for the movie. They kept every detail to the point where there were lines that I was repeating that I knew from the book that they were saying in the movie. And usually that doesn't happen. Usually, you know, it's for instance, one example, which is something very small that they could have gotten rid of. Star is a sneakerhead. So when she runs into Khalil at the party, she accidentally spills a drink on his sneakers and he starts to rub it off in the book and she freaks out. She's like, no, either blot or make circle or something, she says. And that was something very small in the book. And they could have got rid of that in the movie. They didn't. They kept it in. And I was just like, yes. And then she says a line like, every time a sneaker is cleaned and properly, a bird dies or something like that. They kept that in. So when I'm going to this movie and I'm seeing so much detail of the book that they kept in the movie, all I can do is smile. And like, I'm sitting with my friends with me and he's just like, what? Why are you cheesing? Why are you laughing so hard? Like my mouth is wide open. I'm just like, because this is so great. They kept so much detail of the book. And I've said before in these movie versus the book or book versus the movie videos, the movie is because the book was so great. So there's no need to change so many aspects of the book to make it a movie. If you just stick with the formula that the book is, you will be fine. And they did that. They did that in this movie, you guys. It was amazing. If you are a BookTube person or a bookhead or a bookworm lover and you've read this book, you will absolutely adore the movie because they stuck to the book. It was just so many Easter eggs in the movie that referenced the book. I was just like, yes, they put that in. And yes, they put that in. And yes, they got that too. It was so great. I'm so hyped. I know I'm going to see the movie again. So that'll be the second time. I'll probably see it 3 times. I usually take notes when I go see a movie that I'm doing a video on. I was so hyped in this movie theater, guys. I forgot to take notes. I really did. So, like, I had no notes taken. So I'm going to go see it again and try to see if I see any different comparisons. There's none. They kept all the characters. I thought they would get rid of the little brother for the movie. They kept her little brother. Even her and one of her friends share a brother. Her older brother is named Seven, and his mother is her friend's mother. And they have this thing in the movie, in the book, where they're not related, but people call them sisters because they share a brother. And they brought that up in the movie. But her friend's character, I would think they would, I don't know if they would get rid of her, but they wouldn't make her such a big aspect in the movie. And they did that. One thing that they did change, which I understand why they did this. In the book, Star's house gets shot up because the gang that Khalil was associated with doesn't want Star to talk about him being associated with the gang. So they threaten her by shooting up her house. In the book, the mom has had enough, and she's like, we're moving, and they end up moving out to the suburbs. In the movie, they don't. They stay in their community. They stay in their home. They refuse to leave. I do like that. I like that. Stand your ground. You're not going to run me out of my own neighborhood. So I understand why they changed that in the movie from the book. And that was the only big difference about this book versus the movie, was that they moved in the book, and in the movie they stayed in their home, in their community. There was a change at the end, but I'm not going to say that. I want you to watch and find it yourself. But that's pretty much it. This is a short video. Hopefully it'll be under 10 minutes. It was great. I loved it. Please, 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 please go see this movie. Support this movie. Like I said in my video, because I shot some footage I'll put in. Hopefully I'll get it in. While I was at the movie theater. And like I said before, I have 4 copies of this book. I have the first edition, which is this one. I have a limited edition, which I have down there that I'm giving myself for Christmas, so I haven't opened it up yet. And I have a first edition autographed copy of it, plus an Audible version of this book. I love it. The movie did justice. Angie Thomas, amazing. The screenwriters, unfortunately, one of the screenwriters, Aubrey Wells, I think, passed the day before they released it on the 5th, which is unfortunate because she doesn't get to enjoy it, but she did an excellent job. You're in heaven. Hopefully you did an excellent job. It was amazing. I can't say enough about how good the book was, and I can't say enough of how much the movie impacted me. The person I was with, he cried. I cried. My best friend went to see it with her fiance, and they both cried. I mean, what more can you say? It's a very emotional movie. This movie can be triggering, so I'm going to let you know that now. Especially for our community. I've read a lot of reviews on Fandango about it, and they're either excellent reviews, 5 stars, or they're like, 1, this movie is racist, this movie is this, and we clearly know who those people are, Donald Trump supporters, I guess. But this movie can be very emotional. It's one scene in the movie where she's in the car and she's crying, and because I knew the book was so emotional, I wasn't as tearful as I would have been. But that scene broke me all the way down. Like, broke me down. It's hard, living in this skin sometimes. And being a person who, like Star, her whole life, I've been in 2 different worlds. My summer camp was in a predominantly white, affluent area that my mom worked at. So I went there for free, and I was around a bunch of, for lack of a better word, white rich kids since the age of 3 in the summer. But then school year, I'm back in my community around children that look like me, and I learned from a very young age how to code switch. I went to an all-white high school. There was 9, 10 black girls in my graduating class. So Star is me. I am Star. I know that world. I know that life of being 2 different personalities and trying not to, have battling with yourself to be yourself around both groups of people. So this book is near and dear to me for that reason. It was amazing. Go see it. I don't want to keep on rambling, talking about how great I loved it and how great the movie was and how great the book is. I've talked about this book before. With all that being said, The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas comes out October 19th in nationwide theaters everywhere. Go see it. It's definitely worth the read. So read the book, support the movie. If you like what you've seen here on my channel, Worth the Read, comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications so you can get notified when I release new videos. Let me know in the comments, have you seen the movie? What do you think? What do you think about the book? all that jazz. Have a great day. Many blessings. I'm currently finishing Ruined by D.E. Eliot. By the time this video is up, I will be finished that book. It took me forever to finish that book. Not because the book is bad. Total opposite. I'm enjoying the book. It's just because I've been busy. I've been reading other things in between and trying to get other work done. So I will be finished that book. My next video will be a review of Ruined by D.E. Eliot. Everybody have a great day. Many blessings. Hopefully this video is not too long. I already know it will be. Whatever. Have a great day. If you're in Philly, say what's up. Go Eagles. We just won against the Giants. And everybody have many blessings. Peace out, y'all.